gratitude. Gratitude that we are part of the one. Because only the one exists, the creator. We are all divine manifestations of that one. We are all witnessing its miracle. We are all part of a miracle. Therefore, we are all divine. So I want each of us today to make sure that you treat everybody that you meet like they are divine beings. And if we can keep this up, then we create divine love among us and among everybody that you give. An elder priest told me one time, anytime you do anything of beauty, the whole universe benefits from it. So don't think your little contribution is small. Everybody's little bit benefits the whole cosmos. So it's important. So as I give Hesse, if I give divine prayer, I'm welcoming the energy of the Trinity or trilogy of four different or five different Necharu, and we invite them all here. So we start out with Canoe, a Nejarak Canoe, a Nook Canoe, a Nejarak Nektet, a Nook Nektet, a Nejarak Satet, a Nook Satet, a Nejarak Patah, a Nook Patah, a Nejarak Sekmet, a Nook Sekmet, a Nejarak Nefer Atum, a Nook Nefer Atum, a Nejarak Ra, a Nook Ra, a Nejarak Hetharu, a Nook Hetharu, a Nejarak Atim, a Nook Atim, a Nejarak Amin, a Nook Amin, a Nejarak Mut, a Nook Mut, a Nejarak Kunsu, a Nook Kunsu, a Nejarak Asar, a Nook Asar, a Nejarak Aset, a Nook Aset, a Nejarak Haru, a Nook Haru. Haru represents higher consciousness. And so from there, we lead into the libation. Because Haru is raising all of us. Every living ruler was Haru to raise our consciousness. And Haru was here to fight against injustice. So with that, we give homage to all of those sacred ancestors who are sitting in the footsteps of the great Necharu. Amen. Ma'at.
Amen.
Dua Necha.
Dua.
All right, so this is the part of the event where we pay homage and tribute to the ancestors with the libation, and we honor and thank those who may have directly made immediate impacts on our personal lives, or those whose spirits we may have only seen or been touched by, but whose shoulders we still stand upon. So when I finish every passage, just kind of hit me with a dua, all right? In the name of the great African ancestors who began their march towards humanity and civilization in the womb of Mother Africa's Great Lake region, Northeast Africa, we ask that these Africans be with us, strengthen us, and give us vision for a great African future. Dua. In the name of the great African ancestors who began their march towards civilization along the Happy Valley, created great African cultures, built pyramids, great monuments, temples, and tombs towards the Necha and Necharu, we ask that these Africans be with us, strengthen us, and give us vision for a great African future.
Dua.
Dua. In the name of the great African ancestral spirits who began creation and opened it up to the Africans of our glorious continent, Kemet, Kaj, Kiowa, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Mali, Dogon, Yoruba, Ifa, Congo, the Ashanti, the Zulu. We give praise to the Africans who strengthened neighboring lands like the Greeks, the Arabs, Indus Valley, and Samaria. We ask that these Africans be with us, strengthen us, and give us vision for a great African future.
Dua.
Dua. In the name of the great Africans who were stolen from Africa during the Mahagamizi, kept the spirit of nature in their hearts and the love of nature in their minds, who fought against truth who fought for truth and justice as they were put into the ships of enslavement and brought across the Atlantic Ocean during the horrible Middle Passage. We need the strength from the spirit of these Africans who left a legacy of freedom and liberation that no one is matched. To resist bondage and enslavement, they went into the mountains of Jamaica and created the Maroon communities. To resist bondage and enslavement, they went into the mountains of Hispaniola. And through the African spirit of voodoo, with priests like Boukman, Dessalines, great generals like Toussaint Louverture, defeated the French and became the first liberated African nation here in the Western Hemisphere. To those Africans, I say, may they be with us, strengthen us, and give us vision for a great African future.
Dua.
Dua. In the name of the Africans who are enslaved here in North America, fought for truth and justice, who resisted bondage and enslavement, who went into the swamps of the backwoods of Florida and Georgia and linked up with the Seminoles, who are also fighting for their lives against white male domination and genocide. These Africans, we ask that their spirits be with us in the tradition of Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, Gabriel Prosser, David Walker, Henry Harding Garnett, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, Benjamin Banneker. The list goes on. But we ask that these Africans be with us, strengthen us, and give us vision for a great African future.
Dua.
Dua. In the name of the great Africans of the 20th century, whose spirits we have seen and touched by, whose shoulders we still stand upon, who are still involved in the fight, who contribute to science and any other factors that attribute to creating a great civilization. W.E.B. Du Bois, El Haj Malik El Shabazz, Carter G. Woodson, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Maya Angelou, Dr. Francis Cress Wesseling, Ida B. Wells, and any other forgotten, unnamed Africans who continue to renew our contribution towards science. We ask that these Africans be with us, strengthen us, and give us vision for a great African future. And finally, to the Africans who are here physically, who are still involved in the fight for the liberation of the mind, and to the unborn who are with us, and strengthen us so that we can rebuild a new African nation, restore our greatness, and rebuild the land of our great ancestors. All of those spirits involved in this mission, we ask that they be with us, strengthen us, and give us vision for a great African future.
Dua.
Dua. Now at this point, if any of you have ancestors who have made immediate impacts on your personal lives, or those who may have just, as I said before, inspired you, those whose shoulders you still stand upon, at this moment I would like you to call out their names.
Jody
Dua.
King.
Dua. 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 In Medu Necha, there's a phrase. It's called her tep. That means on the behalf. So on the behalf of her tep, Waneb, on the behalf of everyone here in existence right now, I want to drink this libation and share it with our ancestors so that we can enjoy the rest of this occasion, this beautiful weather.
He's making me thirsty.
Dua.
Dua.